All right. The last part of chapter 1. The last part of the first chapter in Algebra 2, Concepts A. Let's go. Let's get started. First things first, we're talking about the types of solutions now. Okay, types of solutions. Well, the most basic types of solution, and the one you guys are most familiar with, is, hey, there's one solution. Okay, X has to be this number, Y has to be this number, Z has to be this number, whatever it is, they have to be this number. That's one solution. Okay? My next type of solution. You might be able to guess it, may not be, I don't know. It's no solutions. Okay, that means that no matter what you plug in for a variable, you will not come up with an answer. Okay, there is not a solution. Okay, so no solutions, one solution. Last one. Can you guess? Take a second. Can you guess this last one? It's not two solutions. It's not three solutions. 4, 5, 6. It is infinite solutions. What that means is that no matter what you plug in for your variable, no matter what you plug in, you will always get a correct answer. That is infinite solutions. Okay, let's get into today's lesson. Let's start talking about some examples here. This first one, okay, this is a one solution problem, which you've already worked with. Okay, 1.4 part 1. I've already worked with this. I'm going to do this quickly, somewhat quickly. Okay, what I noticed within these three equations is that we already have opposites. We already do. And you know what they are? It's x and negative x, negative 2y, and positive 2y. Okay, so I'm going to actually set these two equations, I'm going to set them up over here. I'm going to get x, let me erase this so I can read, x minus 2y plus z is equal to negative 11. And I already have opposites, so I don't even have to multiply by anything. I have negative x, so I took this equation, taking this equation, I have negative x plus 2y plus 4z is equal to negative 9. Now, our answer here. Again, we're just adding these together. Look, those cancel out, that's nice. These cancel out, that's nice. Z plus 4z, that gives me a 5z is equal to negative 11 minus 9. Hey, that's negative 20. So what does z equal if I divide by 5? Z is equal to negative 4. Okay, good to know. Z is equal to negative 4. Now I have to find x or y. Okay, and let's use this middle equation with something. I noticed that 2y and negative 2y are opposites, so I'll get rid of my x. Right? Again, I haven't multiplied anything yet. That's awesome. So I'm going to take that first. I'm going to take these two equations, and I'm going to set them up down here. I have x minus 2y plus z is equal to negative 11, and I have 3x plus 2y minus z is equal to 7. Okay, you could plug 4 in, right? So instead of z, you can plug our 4 in. We already know what z is. We can say plus a negative 4 or minus a negative 4. Okay? Or you could say plus 4, right? What cancels? Our y's cancel, right? So we're adding these together. Our y's cancel, our 4's cancel, and we're left with 4x is equal to negative 11 plus 7 is negative 4. So x is equal to negative 1. Now, Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Which equation up top we plug our x and z into? Okay, it doesn't matter. Find the easiest one. To me, this first equation is what's easiest. Okay, and I'm going to drag that down here. And I'm going to plug my z and my x in. Okay, so x is -1. -1 minus 2y. Don't know why I'm trying to solve for that yet. All right, now plus a -4 is equal to -11. I can combine like terms, -1 and -4. So I get -2y minus 5 is equal to -11. Add 5, I get -2y is equal to -6. And if I divide by -2, I get y is equal to a positive 3. Remember, we have to write this in x, y, z form. So we have to have x first, so our parentheses -1, our y is 3, and our z is -4. Parentheses. There's our final answer. Final answer right there. Erase. So that was a one solution problem, right? Each variable had one solution. Let's move on. The second one. Try to solve this. Okay? As easily as possible, I noticed that this first one is all ones, and this one is all fives. So if I multiply that first one by -5, right? So if I multiply this equation by -5, if I draw that over here, I get, remember, I have to distribute to each piece. So I have -5x minus 5y minus 5z is equal to -10. If I take this equation and write it over, I get 5x plus 5y plus 5z is equal to 3. Okay, if I add these together, look, these are all opposites. X's cancel, y's cancel, z's cancel. I'll get 0 down here. 10 plus -10 plus 3 is a -7. Question for you. Does 0 equal -7? No. 0 does not equal -7. That's no. No, it does not. 0 does not equal -7, so what does that mean? We can stop right there. We already proved that. If 0 doesn't equal -7, there is no solution in there. Okay, so whenever you get a number that is not equal to another number, it is no solution. Moving on. All right, let's solve this one. Let's solve this one. In our first and second equation, look, I already have opposites. I have plus z and minus z. That's a good thing. So I'm going to write those equations over here. I can just rewrite those. I can say x minus y plus z is equal to -3. And I have x minus y minus z is equal to -3. Add those together. I get, what do I get here? 2x minus 2y, the z's cancel, equals -3 plus a -3 is -6. All right. There's my first equation. Haven't solved anything yet. That's okay. Now let's use this equation. I have to use this equation. Notice the z's. We canceled the z's in the first one, so we have to cancel the z's in the second. This z and this z, those cancel each other out. So again, I'm just going to rewrite those equations. I'm going to write that down here. X minus y minus z is equal to negative 3. 5x minus 5y plus z is equal to negative 15. These cancel. Okay, so I get 6x minus 6y is equal to negative 3 plus a negative 15 is negative 18. Okay, now I have to use this equation. Again, I have to use this equation. So if I set those up, I have 2x minus 18y. Let's erase these circles here. I'm going to bring this up here. I have 6x minus 6y equals negative 18. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I have to cancel. I have to cancel something. How about this? How about that we cancel our x's? Does it really matter? No, because whatever we multiply here, and you'll see, it really won't work. Let's multiply this top one. Sorry, I'll go different colors. Multiply it by negative 3. That looks like a negative 6. I'm sorry. Let me just fix this quick. That's positive 6x. Yeah. Multiply this top one by negative 3. Let's do it. And let's rewrite it down here. We get negative 3 times 2x is 6x, or negative 6x. Negative 3 times a negative 2y is a positive 6y. And a negative 3 times a negative 6 is a positive 18. Now let's write this one down below. We get 6x minus 6y is equal to negative 18. Add those together. What do we get? All these cancel, and these cancel. 0 equals 0. That's what we came up with. We got two numbers, 0 and 0, and they equal each other. When we get two numbers that equal each other, that means no matter what you plug in, for x, y, and z, you will get infinite solutions. So no matter what you plug in, you will get infinite solutions. Whenever you get two numbers that equal themselves, it is infinite solutions. Last one for you guys. Last one. You have a linear system we have to solve, but this kind of goes in stages here. Look what they give you. Wow, this is good information. Y equals 3? They already gave you that? Hey, we can use that information to solve for x in this equation, right? Because we can say 2x plus, well, y equals 3, right? Y equals 3 equals 5. We don't want to solve this. We just have to subtract 3. And 2x is equal to 2. Divided by 2. X is equal to 1. Holy cow. That's good information. So we already have x. We already have y. Now we have to solve for z. How do we do that? We plug what we know into this bottom equation. We already know x. X is 1. Minus 2 times, we already know what y is, 3. Plus z is equal to 6. So we get 1 minus 2 times 3, which is 6, plus z is equal to 6. 1 minus 6 is a negative 5, plus z is equal to 6. Add 5, we get z is equal to 11. And remember, when we write our final solution, we have to write it in x, y, z form. X, y, z form. And our x is 1, our y is 3, and our z is 11. There's our final, parenthesis. There's our final answer. Okay, that is the last part of chapter 1. Hey, we're getting through it together. Great job.